are some films that were bad, and thankfully I didn't actually see last year. So let's move on to films that I'm glad I didn't see. Well, yes, films I'm glad I didn't see. These are films that were very bad, or at least according to critics and people alike. Thankfully, I didn't see these films, so let's start off with movie 43. I was kind of intrigued when people mentioned about movie 43, about how it came up with the tagline, "What is movie 43?" Now, yes, we get the sketch show with celebrities just ruining their careers, kind of. Actually, no, almost every celebrity actor or actress just ruining their career. Who is it? Let's think. There was Hugh Jackman, a massive actor, award-winning, running around with testicles or balls on his neck. I even saw this and I was cringing through the entire thing. I'm wondering what the hell they are doing. Let's think. Who else have we got? I may have not seen these ones, but they had Christopher Mintz-Plasse, they had Chloe Moretz in it, they had Sean William Scott. Mind you, he hasn't been in that many good films that I don't think of, so maybe he did have reason to be in that. There was many more, I just can't remember. Oh, there was Halle Berry. There was Don Cheadle, I think. Or maybe there wasn't, maybe it was Terrence Howard. I think it was Terrence Howard, actually. But there was... What happened? Apparently, it seemed more like an inside joke to writers about the bad script, or directors to the bad scripts that they get. But instead they decide to show you the film. Why would you show a bad film? I mean, if it's a comedy, comedies that are bad aren't entertaining to watch. If it was meant to be serious and it was like The Room, okay, maybe I could understand that. That would be entertaining. People flock to see The Room. I'm not joking. There was like massive piles of people just to see it, and Tommy Wiseau's like, yeah, we like it. It's a black comedy, even though it's actually terrible. And I really doubt if it's a black comedy, but I'm saying it is. No, or if they were gonna do a comedy, they could have had something like, I don't know. You could have perhaps this writer who has the terrible film, desperately trying to make it, or hand it over to the executives, or to just basically get it made. That could have been really entertaining, and maybe in the end there could have been like a big plot twist in which it just goes, and all the critics love it. And maybe you could have like little snippets of the film here and there to let you know this film is genuinely terrible, instead of showing you the terrible film. Okay, but let's move on to the next one I'm glad I didn't see, which also happens to be a comedy. Grown Ups 2. It's Adam Sandler, and I genuinely just don't know what's happening to him. These films are dreadful now. I don't know what's happening. I got in it, I liked his films to start off with, but now they're just getting terrible. It seems like they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So that's all that really needs to be said about this. I'm glad I didn't see it. Right, however, we will move on to a bit more happier, or maybe not actually, I think that's more depressing. Good films that I'm sad to say I missed. Yes, good films I am sad to say I missed. These are films that were really good, or at least I heard was good, that unfortunately I missed. Or films that I just really wanted to see and they were meant to be good, and somehow I just didn't see it. Let's start off with Now You See Me. This film, it looked amazing. There was so much happening. I remember watching the trailer in Iron Man 3. That is pretty much actually the main thing I remember from Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is kind of just left my mind. except for the twist, which has scarred my life and kind of scarred my childhood. But yeah, now you see me, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Mark Ruffalo, stuff like that. It's magic tricks. Apparently, they're all done on screen, or at least most of them were done on screen. I've heard it's actually really good. So, there we go. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it. Mainly because I had to choose between seeing... Well, actually, the only films I got to see in summer for lack of money was... What was it? Wolverine and Kick-Ass 2. So, there we go. Next, Don John. Oh, I so badly wanted to see this film. I probably would have saw it, because this was at the point where I have an unlimited card now, which means I can go and see films whenever I want. But unfortunately it wasn't 18. I'm not 18 yet, so I cannot see it. I have to wait until it comes out on Blu-ray, and I'll get it. But I've heard this film's really good. It's meant to be a really good debut for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who I'm actually a massive fan of. So that's quite good. The trailer looked really... It actually looked quite funny. It looks good. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I've heard that it actually mentions stuff about modern day relationships and stuff like that. I think the only thing that's kind of holding me back from seeing it is the whole premise, and I'd probably feel awkward watching it, or at least the fact... No. Okay, maybe the only thing that is holding me back is the fact that it's about porn. Or at least the guy that watches porn. I'm kind of scared of what I might see. Yeah, okay, let's move on though. Let's move on to the most surprising film of the year. Most surprising film of the year are films that I didn't think were going to be that good. Turned out to surprise me. Sometimes in a big way, sometimes in a small way, but let's move on to... Well, we're already on. Okay. Let's start off with Wolverine. This film was unbelievably good. I'm glad that we actually got a really good Wolverine film, because we usually, well, actually not usually, if we go back to X-Men Origins, yeah, I'll unlock the door from that terrible memory. Don't worry, we won't be there for long. We just need to talk about it for just a couple of seconds. The film was dreadful. I don't know what the hell was happening. It was bad. It messed with the X-Men trilogy. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, so please hold on and try and understand me. What else happened? Gambit was in it for no particular reason. Deadpool was humiliated and destroyed. Wolverine seemed like a complete messed up individual. Maybe not like that. He just seemed really stupid, and I don't know why he ran out a pistol. And he got shot in the head, and it was quite funny. Okay, I think that's it. Right, okay, you can close the door now quickly before they escape. We don't want to enter the room. We're not wanting to enter the world. We don't release Origins. Right, okay, there we go. And that pretty much sums up why I was really surprised that Wolverine was very good. It was amazing. It captured the character perfectly. It continued on from Last Stand, which some people didn't like. I personally liked it. But yeah, it was just really good. So there we go. Let's move on now to Anchorman 2. Now, okay, you can probably understand why this was a surprise if you think about Grown Ups 2. Now, Anchorman 2 came out at the end of the year, so we had already known about Grown Ups 2. Oh god, though. I was unsure. I was laughing at the trailer. The trailer actually made it look really funny. I hadn't seen the original Anchorman. I did watch it before I watched the film. But yeah, it was unbelievably funny. Really surprised me. I was pretty much rolling around the cinema floor laughing. People were staring at me. I think they were throwing popcorn at me because I was trying to eat the seats because I was laughing that much. I was trying to bite on them to stop me from laughing. Yeah. But the film was a good memory. Maybe not getting the popcorn thrown at me. But I loved this film. This film was really funny. It made me laugh throughout the entire film. Steve Carell was unbelievably funny, and the thing is, Brick was a character that they didn't show much of, or at least he's one of these characters that you could just laugh at all the time. He's really funny. It's completely ridiculous, and you need to suspend your belief of what's happening because it gets quite strange, especially at the end. But it's just really funny, this film. There we go then.